how are you doing? Welcome back to a new gear review. Today I will be reviewing this amplifier, the newest Blackstar amplifier, my favorite amps brand, the IDX50. So in this amplifier, you have a lot of great features. So you can switch between 6 different amp voices from clean to high gain, add built-in effects, and even switch between different bulb style sounds. So you get a real tube amp sound. So that's my favorite feature, of course. So I've been a huge Blackstar fan since I started. Also, the second amp I had was a Blackstar ID Core 40. So I was in love with that amplifier, and in that moment I fell in love with the brand. So yeah, I'm really happy with this one. And I also really like that you have that option to switch between a British sound or an American sound. Of course, I like the British sound more. I want to say big thanks to Sweetwater for sponsoring this video and sending me this amplifier. I'm really happy. Sweetwater is a leading online retailer for musical instruments and pro audio equipment. They are known for their excellent customer service, fast shipping, and expert advice. So I'm sure that if you are looking to get any product, any gear, so you will find it there. And also you can use my affiliate links in case you want to get any product. So now let's move to the review. The Blackstar IDX50 is the latest digital amp from Blackstar, designed to blend authentic bulb style tone with the power and flexibility of modern DSP technology. It offers 6 amp voices ranging from crystal cleans to high gain distortion, shaped by a 3-band EQ and the ISF control, which lets you move from British-style crunch to American-style punch. It includes over 35 studio-quality effects in modulation, delay, reverb, and pre-effects categories, plus a built-in noise gate and chromatic tuner. With 99 patch locations, you can easily save and switch between sounds, and the bright OLED display gives instant visual feedback for quick editing. The IDX50 also has switchable power levels. For connectivity, it comes with cab rig IR speaker emulation, USB audio for direct recording, line-in, and effects loop. Through the Architect software, you can deeply customize your tones, update firmware, and share presets via the Architect Community 2.0. Compact, versatile, and powerful, the IDX50 is built for players who want pro-level sound in an easy-to-use amp. Here's the amp. First, we have the input, so you plug your guitar there. Then you have the voice one, where you select from 6 amp voices ranging from cleans to high gain drive. So you will see different amps, and here you can see them. So clean warm, clean bright, crunch, super crunch, OD1 and OD2. So basically it will go from clean to high gain. Then we have the control knobs. So gain, volume, bass, middle, treble, and you can change the settings using the knobs. And then we have the ISF option. Almost all Blackstars have, and what it does is that it basically goes from an American sound to a British sound. So fully counterwise has more American characteristic with a tight bottom end and more aggressive middle, and fully clockwise has British characteristic, which is more woody and less aggressive. Then we have the gate option, and this one is really cool because we all need a gate when we are using high gain tones especially, and you will be able to adjust the gate by holding the top button and then using the gain knob. Then you will press once and then you will go back. Then we have the resonance, and you will do the same. So you will hold the top button and then you move the bass knob in this case. And then you will do the same if you want to adjust the presence. So by holding the top button and then moving that knob. Then we have the master that controls the overall volume of the amplifier. Then we have the power one, and this one is really cool because you can switch between different watts. So 1, 10 or 50 watts. And this is basically, for example, if you are practicing, of course you will use 1 or 10 watts. And if you are playing live, so you will use 50 watts. So basically you will be switching between 3 different power output settings. Then we have the response, that this one is my favorite feature of this amp because I love the tube sound, Blackstar at first. So basically you can switch between 3 bulb emulations. First we have the LE84 that is bright with a balanced low end. It has a vintage feel. Then we have the LE34 that has rich mids and overall warmth, dynamic saturation. Then we have the 6L6 that is bold with deep lows and clear highs. And then we have the effects. So as you can see, we have pre-effects, modulations, delays, and reverbs. So depending on which one you would like to activate, you will press once. Or if you want to deactivate, so you will hold it and it will be deactivated. So of course, this ones depends on the banks you choose. So let's move to the effects a bit after. First, I want to see these ones. So we have the manual mode that basically you start without any bank. So you start from 0. So you can customize everything in this mode. Then you have the bank that switches between different groups of saved patches. Then you have these 3 buttons. So you can select the 3 patches within the current bank. So basically you have 3 banks, which 3 patches each one. So for example, in the first bank, I have these 3 patches. And with the lights, you will see which feature is on. If I press type, I will view different effect types. If I press type, again, I will return to the parameter screen. Now let's move to the page 1. If I press page, I will see more effect parameters. And then I will press once again to return to the previous parameter screen. And then the same goes for the other effects. Then, regarding the delay and reverse, you will manage them using the top knob. Okay, now let's see how to save a patch. So basically you will hold any TH button, then it will ask to select the patch location. Then we'll use the CH to choose a patch slot, 1, 2, or 3. So for example here. And now the patch is saved. And then to activate the tuner, you will press the reverb one, and there you will see the tuner. So that is more or less what you have. So you can read the manual for more options. Okay, and here we have the power to turn the amplifier on and off. We have the mains input. Then we have the foot switch. And here we have the cap rig, simulated output. So the cap rig is a Blackstar's IR-based technology, taking your amp signal and processing it with next generation DSP to provide the authentic feel and response of a guitar amp speaker in a room. Then we have the USB port. You can connect your amp directly to a PC or a compatible recording device. This enables USB digital audio and connection to Blackstar's Architect software. Then we have the 1.4 line out. This is to connect your headphones or use a standard 1.4 TS or TRS cable to connect to a recording device or mixing desk. Then we have the select button that switches between 3 cap rig settings. We have the level. Use this trim bolt to easily set the desired level of cap rig output. Then we have the effects loop send, the effects loop return, the line in streaming to connect your phone, tablet, or audio player to stream music or backing tracks through the amp. This is ideal for jamming along or silent practice when combined with headphones. And then we have the Kensington lock. Okay, so now let's check how it sounds. Let's check some of the effects. are two amps sound lover like me, so you really like this amp. Or also if you are looking an amplifier to practice but also play live, so this one is really good for that. It's not heavy, so you can transport everywhere if you have a gig. So, and the sound is really good. So as all Blackstar amplifiers, so they are my favorite. It's my favorite brand, amplifiers brand. I'll leave the link in my description and see you in the next video. Bye!